Hello there, and welcome to the 20th edition of the Quiz Hour, what I call the quiz version of Happy Hour. So today uh, is an important day, you can say that. 20 weeks since we started this trend of hosting quizzes and participating in the quizzes since the lockdown. And yeah, I mean, last week of March, and here we are, second week of August. Looks like trend is going pretty well. And yeah, let's hear from you guys. Who's online, who's not, or who's just watching the quiz. Hello to everyone. I'm just setting up usually there is a big screen in front of me, and I would like to, just have the quiz set up on that as well. So normally that's where I take time initially when I'm speaking. So I'm slowly getting used to that. Earlier I used to pause a lot, I guess. I'm getting hang of things. Let's put it that way. So that's the thing right now. And yeah, let's see who's online, who's not. Just say hi when you hear me. Let me know if you can hear me clearly or not. So just typing it out. Okay, just waiting to hear from some of you before we go with the quiz. Go ahead with the quiz. I'm just creating a watch party so that, okay, and we should be through. Okay, so, okay, wonderful. Let's get straight to the quiz. What's in the quiz? 6 rounds. Each round has 5 questions with a different theme. No negatives, so please feel free to make guesses. 1 point awarded to a correct answer unless otherwise mentioned. You're responsible to keep track of your own scores, so please do it wisely. And yeah, another rule, do not cheat or Google while the quiz is on. Do not type the answers on the comments. Do have lots of fun and enjoy. Okay, let's get started. If you're all ready, let's quiz. Round one, total points at stake 6. It's a set of 5 visuals followed by a connection question. Here it goes. Okay, so name the country, set of 5 flags, and then I will be asking a connection around it. So name the country, and I have put the disclaimer on next to the question, so please do not type the answer on the comment section. So those of you who are just watching the quiz and not taking part, yeah, so it's over there. So name the country. Question 2. Yeah, again, name the country. Number three, name the country. So if you're still having a look at it, just moving on to number four. Yeah, these are some of them easy ones. Then if you could give me a connection as well. Sometimes some of the questions are easy, connection is hard. The other times connection is easy. Yeah, to piece it together either way. So another one. So, and number five. So please identify this country. And what I'm looking for in the connection is what connects all the five answers. I'm looking for a country's name. So that's the connection. So just to help you out, I'm looking for a country's name as a connection. And yeah, just to recap, so identify all these for 1 point each, and then what country connects. So I'll leave it for about 30 seconds or so, and then go through with the answers. Okay, let's hopefully. The connect I said was I'm looking for a country's name. That's it. So, so I'm looking for a country as a connection. Okay, so I'll leave another 10 seconds or so. Okay, time to reveal the answers. Number one is Latvia. Number two is Russia. Three, Lithuania. Four, Ukraine. Five, Poland. And the connection I'm looking for was Belarus. So Belarus borders all these countries. So if you've got Belarus as your answer, give yourself a point. So that's the connection looking for. So Latvia, Lithuania, northwest, Belarus, kind of west, south entirely by Ukraine, and then Russia, northeast and east. So let's have the scores for this round. Then we quickly move on to round two. Total points at stake 6. Perfect. One. So here comes question one. What character from The Simpsons shares his name with the Rapid Transit public transportation system that serves the SFO Bay Area? So, what character from The Simpsons shares his name with the rapid transit public transportation system that serves the SFO Bay Area. Okay, number two, question two. Named after a lake that comes from the local name for muddy water, what is the capital and the largest city of the Canadian province, Manitoba? Named after a lake that comes from the local name for muddy water, what is the capital and the largest city of the Canadian province, Manitoba? So that's question two. And question three. Before becoming the 25th Vice President of the United States, who served as the 33rd Governor of New York for 2 years towards the end of the 19th century? Before becoming the 25th Vice President of the United States, who served as the 33rd Governor of New York for 2 years towards the end of the 19th century? So that's the third question. Fourth question. Yeah, what train station in London is the subject of William Powell Fritz's 1862 painting, The Railway Station? So on its own, it might look a bit off from a question if it would have asked, directly, but then with the connection, I guess it fits in pretty well. So what train station in London is the subject of William Powell Fritz's 1862 painting, The Railway Station? Okay, and question five. Which Hanna and Barbera cartoon made his debut in 1958 as a supporting character in the Huckleberry Hound show? In a show named after him, there is Boo Boo and Ranger Smith who play supporting characters. Which Hanna-Barbera cartoon uh, made his debut in 1958 as a supporting character in the Huckleberry Hound show? In a show named after him, there is Boo Boo and Ranger Smith who play supporting characters. So these are the five questions. I'm going to go to the recap section and then leave you there for a bit. So for a bonus point, what connects all the five answers? And here is the recap slide. Have a look at it. I'm going to give you about 30 to 40 seconds, 30 to 40 seconds. So question one was, what character from The Simpsons shares his name with the rapid transit public transportation system that serves the SFO Bay Area? Question two, named after a lake that comes from the local name for muddy water, what is the capital and the largest city of the Canadian province Manitoba? Question three, before becoming the 25th Vice President of the United States, who served as the 33rd Governor of New York for 2 years towards the end of the 19th century. And question 4, what train station in London is the subject of William Powell Fritz's 1862 painting, The Railway Station? Question 5, which Hanna-Barbera cartoon made its debut in 1958 as a supporting character in the Huckleberry Hound show? In a show named after him, there is Boo Boo and Ranger Smith who play supporting characters. So these are the five uh, questions, and the bonus being the connection. Let me go towards the answers slide now. Let me announce the answers. Question 1. So it's BART. So Bay Area Transportation System. So BART, that's called as. So that gets you point. Question 2 is Winnipeg. Winnipeg is the capital of the province of Manitoba. And question 3, Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt, so served as the 33rd governor of New York for 2 years before becoming the vice president and later went on to become the president of the United States. Number 4, it's the Paddington Station. It's the Paddington Station. And question 5 is Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear. So that's the one that uh, would give you the connect, and the connection being names of the bear. So Bart the bear appeared in a lot of movies in the 80s and the 90s. Winnipeg, actually, that's the name of the pig that came from Canada to London, which inspired uh, Winnie the Pooh. And then Teddy Bear, Paddington Bear, of course, Yogi Bear. So bear, names of the bear will give you a bonus point. So let's hear the scores. Okay, moving on to round 3. Total points at stake 6. Let's begin. Okay, question 1. What sitcom is about extraterrestrials posing as a human family to observe the behavior of human beings on Earth? It aired from 1996 to 2001. So, what sitcom is about extraterrestrials posing as a human family to observe the behavior of human beings on Earth? It aired from 1996 to 2001. So, if it can help, there is a slide. You might recognize might be two or three familiar faces over there, if not all the five. So that's question 1. Question 2. What museum was established in 1983 by Ahmet Ertegun, founder and the then chairman of Atlantic Records? What museum was established in 1983 by Ahmet Ertegun, founder and the then chairman of Atlantic Records? Okay, question three. Born Roy Harold Scherer Jr. on his advice from his agent, on the advice from his agent, sorry, on not on his advice, on the advice from his agent, he married Phyllis Gates, his agent's secretary, to avoid a magazine's expose for being gay. Which actor? So, born Roy Harold Scherer Jr., on the advice from his agent, he married Phyllis Gates, his agent's secretary, to avoid a magazine's expose for being gay. So, which actor? Okay, that's question three. Question four. In a 2004 lavish ad for Pepsi in the UK, what song was used that featured Queen guitarist Brian May, drummer Roger Taylor, along with Beyonce, Britney Spears, and Pink, dressed up as ancient Romans? So, in a 2004 lavish ad for Pepsi in the UK, uh, what song was used that featured Queen guitarist Brian May, drummer Roger Taylor, along with Beyonce, Britney Spears, and Pink, dressed up as ancient Romans? Yeah, those of you who are just watching the quiz, please do not type the answer on the comment section. Always cross check once the answers are announced. So, looking for the song that was used by Pepsi in this ad. Okay, question five. What large sandstone formation is sacred to Pidjant Jatjara Anangu, so tribe? The English name was given by William Gosse, who named it after the then chief secretary of the region. So, what large sandstone formation is sacred to the Pidjant Jatjara Anangu tribe? So, the English name was given by William Gosse, who named it after the then chief secretary of the region. Okay, so these are the five questions. And just to remind you again, for a bonus point, what connects all the five answers? Here is the recap slide. So, what's sitcom is about extraterrestrials posing as a human family to observe the behavior of human beings on Earth. It aired from 1996 to 2001. Question 2. What museum was established in 1983 by Ahmet Ertegun, uh, founder and the then chairman of Atlantic Records? Question 3. Born Roy Harold Scherer Jr. On his advice from his agent, he married Phyllis Gates, his agent's secretary, to avoid a magazine's expose for being gay. So, which actor? Question 4. In a 2004 lavish ad for Pepsi in the UK, what song was used that featured Queen guitarist Brian May, drummer Roger Taylor, along with Beyonce, Britney Spears, and Pink, dressed up as ancient Romans? Question 5. What large sandstone formation is sacred to the Pitjantjatjara Anangu tribe? The English name was given by William Gosse, who named it after the then chief secretary of the region. So that these are the 5 questions. I'm going to give you about 20 seconds and then reveal the answers. Okay, time to reveal the answers. Okay, so the first one, third rock from the sun, which is Earth, in other words. So I need third rock from the sun. Question two, Rock and Roll Museum or Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, either one of them. As long as you have rock and roll, you take a point. Question three, it's Rock Hudson, actor who acted in quite a lot of movies in 60s and 70s, 50s and 60s as a main star, and then as a supporting character in the 70s and early 80s. Okay, and We Will Rock You. So the Queen over there was a clue. So the question, I mean, the answer is We Will Rock You. You might have watched this ad, I guess, at some point in time. And number five is Uluru or Ayers Rock, so named after Sir Henry Ayers. So one that's in Northern Territory, or is it in Northern Territory? Okay, so in Australia, and the connection being rock. So let's have the scores for round three. Okay, perfect. Moving on to round four. Total points at stake 6. And yeah, please ensure you don't comment the answers on the comment section. Thank you. I've also mentioned it on the question slide as well, so please do not type the answer on the comment section. So just tally the questions and then submit your scores. That's how we've been doing for the past 20 weeks. Question 1. What 1940 movie that has Charlie Chaplin play a double role is the only Best Picture Oscar nominee starring Charlie Chaplin? What 1940 movie that has Charlie Chaplin play a double role is the only Best Picture Oscar nominee starring Charlie Chaplin? Okay, so that's question 1. Question 2. Appearing in both Full House and its sequel Fuller House, she happens to be DJ Tanner's best friend and marries, separates, and remarries with the race car Fernando. That's what happens in Fuller House. So, who? I just need the character's name. So, appearing in both Full House and its sequel Full House. She happens to be DJ Tanner's best friend and marries, separates, and remarries with the race driver Fernando, who, just looking for the character's name. Okay. Question 3. What two-word name was given to the European medical practitioners during the Middle Ages, with primary duties being caring for injured soldiers during and after battle? So they weren't quite physicians. Physicians were more focused on academia and other aspects, but for caring for injured soldiers during and after battle was mainly these during the Middle Ages were responsible of these medical practitioners. Okay, so that's question 3. Question 4. What opera by Gioacchino Rossini is based on an 18th century French comedy by Pierre Beaumarchais? So, what opera by Rossini is based on Gioacchino Rossini is based on an 18th century French comedy by Pierre Beaumarchais? So, if my pronunciation is slightly off color, yeah, please you can comment and let me know how exactly I might have to pronounce this. So, okay, so that's question 4. And question 5. A String of Pearls, a domestic romance, is the title of a fictional story that was published in 1840s. Who is the main antagonist of the story, who goes by the reputation the demon blank of Fleet Street? So these are the five. And for a bonus point, what connects all the five answers? Here is the recap slide. You can have a look. I'll give you about 30-40 seconds and then reveal the answers. Okay, so time to reveal the answers. Number one is The Great Dictator. The Great Dictator, that's the movie. Number two is Kimmy Gibbler, played by Andrea Barber. So that's Kimmy Gibbler. Kimmy Gibbler, if you have Gibbler, yeah, take a point. Barber Surgeon. Barber Surgeon, that's the word. So physicians just consulted on injuries. They didn't get into, like injured bodies, blood, cutting, and other things. Since barbers used to do it, they were given the additional task of managing this aspect as well. So they were known as barber surgeons. And the Barber of Sevilla, so, or the Useless Precaution. That's the name of the opera looking for, Barber of Sevilla. And number five is Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. So the connection being barber. So the Great Dictator, you have Charlie Chaplin play the role of Jewish barber, Kimmy Gibbler played by Andrea Barber, barber surgeon and barber of Sevilla, and Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of the Fleet Street. So barber is your connection. Let's have the scores. Okay, so let's go to round five. Total points at stake six. Here comes the first question. Okay. Which Irish band was put together in 1993 by Louis Walsh, split up in 1999, and then rejoined in 2007 until 2019 with their final album aptly titled Thank You and Good Night? So, which Irish band was put together in 1993 by Louis Walsh, split up in 1999, and then rejoined in 2007 until 2019 with their final album aptly titled Thank You and Good Night? I think that was also their concert name, I think. So towards the end of it. So Okay, question two. In 2017, the members of what band appeared in a Geico insurance ad singing about the side effects of prescription medication with the tagline, if you are dash dash dash, you make anything sound good, it's what you do. So that's the blank in a way uh, is the name of the band, you can say. So I'm looking for the band's name here. Visual will. Okay, question three. In 1987, which band's debut album, Licensed to Ill, became the first rap album to hit number one in the US? In 1987, which band's debut album, Licensed to Ill, became the first rap album to hit number one in the US? So that's question three. Number four, a large portion of the music video of I Want It That Way was shot at the Los Angeles International Airport, LAX. What band's song? Okay, and question five is what English electronic pop duo first met at an electronic store in London and quickly began their collaboration under the moniker West End? Their band name was inspired by friends who were working in a particular shop. What English electronic pop duo first met at an electronic store in London and quickly began their collaboration under the moniker West End? Their band name was inspired by friends who were working in a particular shop. So, for a bonus point, what connects all the five answers? And then uh, here is the recap slide. Have a look at it. I'm going to reveal the answers in about 40 seconds time. Okay, so time to reveal the answers. Number one, it's Boyzone. Thank you and good night. Boys to Men. So Geico Insurance. So it's Boys to Men. Beastie Boys. So that's the rap album. License to Ill. Number four, Backstreet Boys. I guess should be the easiest one of that. And Pet Shop Boys. So the friends were working in a pet shop. So the connection, yeah, boy, boys, boy, boy band. So as long as you have a boy in them, you get a point. And let's hear the scores for the fifth round. Okay, perfect. So let's go to the final round, round six. Total total points at stake six. Number one. What person connects an attempt made on House of Lords in 1605 to, to illustrator David Lloyd's contribution to an Alan Moore graphic novel? So, so two parts here. An attempt made on House of Lords in 1605 is the first part, and illustrator David Lloyd's contribution to a Alan Moore graphic novel. That's the second part. So, what connects these two? Or I'm looking for what person connects these two. So, question one. Uh, Question two. What comic book character was initially referred to as the Big Head and was later famously known by the title name upon the release of a 1994 movie and TV series about it? What comic book character was initially referred to as the Big Head and was later famously known by the title name upon the release of a 1994 movie and TV series about it? So after this question, the final three questions of today's quiz coming up. Okay. Question three. What specific item did the Italian stores Camacana and Il Canovaccio supply to the filmmakers of Ice White Shut? The items feature prominently in the movie. So I'm looking for the specific item that they supplied to the filmmakers of Ice White Shut. So that's question three. Question four. Sarah Little Turnbull was a pioneer in the world of product design. Out of the many designs, she inspired the design details for what sought after product, especially in 2020, patented by Peter Tsai. And yeah, it fits well to this connection round. So Sarah Little Turnbull was a pioneer in the world of product design. Out of the many designs, she inspired the design details for what sought after product, especially in 2020, specifically patented by Peter Tsai. Okay, so question 5. Based on a 1919 novel that introduced this character, what role connects the following actors? Douglas Fairbanks, Tyrone Power, Frank Langella, Clint Douglas, George Hilton, and Antonio Banderas. Based on a 1990 novel that introduced this character, what role connects the following actors? Douglas Fairbanks, Tyrone Power, Frank Langella, Clint Douglas, George Hilton, and Antonio Banderas. So that's the fifth question. And yeah, with that, we'll go to the recap slide so that you can have one good look at it. So yeah, for a bonus point, what connects all the 5 answers? Here is the recap slide. Have a look at it. Try to 40 seconds and then reveal the answers. So in the meantime, if you have been enjoying the Quiz Area Daily, yeah, please thank. And yeah, just a request, if you have been liking this quiz, if you don't mind, please do leave a comment or a recommendation on Facebook site. You know, just let me know how you liked it, or ways that can be improved. You know, okay, time to reveal the answers. Guy Fawkes is the guy I'm looking for, the gunpowder plot. And yeah, David Lloyd illustrated the V for Vendetta with Guy Fawkes mask. Number 2, yeah, it's the mask known as the big head. So a lot has, there are a lot of changes from the comics to the movie. Number 3, Venetian masks. Venetian masks. So that's the connection there. And N95 mask to be precise. So 3M developed the first N95 in the 70s. Yeah, the design was by Sarah Turnbull. And Tsai invented the antiviral technology for healthcare usage. And the fifth one, the Mask of Zorro. And the connection being mask. Masks, mask. So that's the connection. So let's hear the scores for this round. So that's the element. And then let's hear the scores for, I mean, like apart from the last round, in total, the total score. Yeah, that's fine, Philip. You can use the carnival mask, so that's good enough. I'll accept that. Face mask instead of N95. Wow, that's a good question. So maybe not. I mean, I was looking too particular because that's why I gave the patented name. So N95 was what I was looking for. So Rockstars finish on 31 points. Let's see how others have done. Pretty well, 30 points. And then, yeah, looks like it went well, the final round. And I guess the way it's been like for the past 20 weeks, and I have scheduled the next quiz. That'll be the 21st edition on 18th August 2020, same time at 8:30 Central European Time. And it promises to be a good one, I guess. So I'll be on a holiday, short holiday, but then I'll be back. But so yeah, looks like I'll need time for some inspiration, I guess. So I'll be back hosting the Sunday pub quiz as always at the Shamrock, and then the Tuesday quiz that takes place here online, and then the rest of the schedule continues, as well as the schools start next week here in Zurich. So that case, wish you all a safe week ahead. Enjoy the weather wherever you are, whether it's cold, hot, uh, if it's monsoon, any conditions. So stay safe. Uh, enjoy the quiz area dailies, and if you have any suggestions or anything, yeah, please write to me. So until then, goodbye. See you next week. Ciao.